After gaining notoriety as one of the worst defenses in the league since the James Harden trade, the Brooklyn Nets held an opponent, the Indiana Pacers, under 100 points for just the 5th time all season. Was the big victory at home a turning point for the Brooklyn Nets, or was this just a flash in the pan showing against a favorable opponent? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and do that below. Today, we'll be looking at Brooklyn's 2 most recent performances and juxtaposing the differences between the intensity on defense, touching on 2 players specifically that seem to greatly dictate Brooklyn's outcome. Against the Detroit Pistons, Brooklyn had perhaps its worst defensive performance to date against one of the worst offenses in the league. 2 of Brooklyn's starters, DeAndre Jordan and Kyrie Irving, were just flat out bad on defense. And it's these 2 starters in particular who have struggled the most with effort on defense over the course of the full season. Now look, we're not going to go through all of the footage, as the point of this video is to just take a look at this Pacers game, but I did want to share a couple of clips to give you all an idea of what I'm talking about. This is just shameful defense. After DeAndre Jordan bites on Mason Plumlee's pump fake for some reason, he doesn't even try to get back in the play after being beaten, giving Mason Plumlee the wide open running hook. This just can't happen for a team that wants to make the NBA Finals. Even on basic things like boxing out and rebounding, DeAndre Jordan fell short. On this possession, he doesn't even put a body on Mason Plumlee, allowing for the offensive rebound and free throws. This is just lazy defense. Kyrie Irving lets DeLon Wright blow by him in transition, which allows Wright to get to his spot, get Irving on his back, leading to the score. This isn't the first time that Irving has done this. Against the Wizards, he was far too upright in his stance, allowing for this crunch time layup from Bradley Beal. But then the very next night on their home floor, Brooklyn's defense held the Indiana Pacers to just 30 first half points. And it was Kyrie Irving and DeAndre Jordan, of all people, who brought effort, focus, and communication on defense, leading the way and giving Brooklyn a colorful vibrance as a group. We'll start with DeAndre. The thing about DeAndre Jordan is that he's a center from a different era, back when centers were powerful, stronger, and bulkier. Guys like Domantas Sabonis, who are considered bruisers in this league, don't exactly pack the same kind of punch against a guy like DeAndre Jordan. Jordan mixes together legal arm bars and a low center of gravity to push guys off their spots, and you see that here against Domantas Sabonis. On this play, he stays down on Sabonis' ball fake. He maintains that cushion, which is that little bit of space between him and Sabonis, which allows him to absorb those body blows without falling over and remain in a state of inertia. And all Sabonis can do is toss up the hopeful fadeaway jumper. Even with a head of steam, Jordan was able to mirror Sabonis' movements and completely snuff out this shot. Again, look at how Jordan uses that armbar right as Sabonis makes his first bout of attacks. It gives Jordan the advantage in the post, forcing Sabonis to toss up yet another fall-away hook shot. Jordan also maintained his composure on the glass, skying for the block and effecting the shot before digging in deep for that second leap and grabbing the defensive board. Compare the previous possession to this first quarter one against the Pistons. Jordan soars in the air for the block that he has no real chance of getting, which gives Mason Plumlee the free runway to drop in the easy 2. Now let's have a look at Kyrie Irving. On the very first possession of the game, although Bruce Brown and James Harden do a nice job of switching their matchups, Malcolm Brogdon and Miles Turner, it's Kyrie Irving who is the real MVP of this play after James Harden gets caught up on this Domantas Sabonis dribble handoff. Irving leaves his man Justin Holiday to stunt and recover, where he fakes in Malcolm Brogdon's direction to force him to pick up his dribble, only to hustle back to his man and contest the 3-point shot expertly. This is pretty bold to do on the side of the ball, given the short distance the ball needs to travel from offensive player to offensive player, but Irving again pulls it off. More good stuff from Kyrie. He starts off by performing what's known as a top block, where he denies Justin Holiday from getting around this Miles Turner pin down screen. And then, after getting slightly nudged off his spot by this Domantas Sabonis dribble handoff, he recovers brilliantly by hustling back into the play and getting a rear view contest. Justin Holiday assuredly heard Irving's steps behind him on that jump shot. Post-game, James Harden told us that Brooklyn's communication really flummoxed the Pacers, and I can't say I disagree. Another top block here from Kyrie Irving to deny Justin Holiday the ability to go around Domantas Sabonis' pin down screen. So Holiday responds by trying to swim over Irving, but Irving shoots that down as well. Given that top blocking is done to smother spot-up shooters, it does allow the baseline, which Holiday takes rather willingly. But again, Brooklyn is thinking 2 steps ahead. Irving switches on to Sabonis, while DeAndre Jordan switches on to the cutting Justin Holiday. Now, as the ball is reversed, watch what happens on the weak side of the floor. DeAndre Jordan calls out to Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot to exchange matchups, giving Brooklyn a wing-wing alignment as well as their center guarding Indiana's center. But the Nets aren't done. Given that Sabonis has a mismatch with Kyrie Irving in the post, DeAndre performs what's known as a scram switch, thanks to Kyrie's communication, kicking Irving out of the matchup before the ball is entered to the low block, with Irving switching on to Miles Turner in the corner, who isn't exactly known for backing dudes down. The possession stagnates and Jeremy Lamb barfs up a pretty ugly 3. All in all, while I do think the Pacers were a favorable matchup as they featured an offense that really doesn't have any pull-up shooters or downhill creators, which allowed the Nets to play DeAndre Jordan in drop coverage while having their guards skate under screens without fear of being burned on downhill drives or pull-up shots, I do think there was something to be learned from Wednesday's performance against Indiana. Brooklyn is tough to beat when all 5 starters are locked in defensively, and it's on the Nets themselves to ensure that there is team-wide buy-in while embarking on this title run. And with that, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe, and go ahead and share this video on Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit. If you want more content like this, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. All of my work is there. Written, podcasts, videos, it's all there. That's all I've got today, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!